This is my mind map of the 3 learning theories that we talked about this semester. The first one is behaviorism. Behaviorists like Thorndike and Skinner ask the question of how do we acquire new behavior? Operant and classical conditioning are the 2 ways. Classical conditioning is where you train something or someone to have a certain reaction to something when you stimulate their response. This picture does a great job of representing it. In my classroom, I will have my students respond to the clapping of my hands. So when I clap my hands in a certain pattern, they will hear it, they will stop what they are doing, and they will copy the pattern and listen for further directions. Operant conditioning is a reinforcement or a punishment. It can be both good and bad. In my classroom, I will use a website called Dojo. It is a website, and it is also an app on the phones that both teacher and parent can view. How it works is that you have a class list just like this. You can either add or take away points to students. So the green ones have positive points and the red ones have negative points. These are good examples of ways that students can gain points and students can have points taken away. Either they're helping others, they can gain a point, or if they were being disrespectful, they can have a point taken away. The best part is that a parent can go on their phone at any time during the day and see how their child is behaving throughout the day. Our next theory is constructivism. It is asking, how does one learn? John Piaget says throughout the stages of development in forming blocks of knowledge, which is cognitive structure. This is learned by experience and reacting on those experiences. In my classroom, I will use cognitive structure by showing the students 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 9, but so does 3 times 3. They both go hand in hand, but you have to know addition before you know multiplication. The last one is activity theory. It is talked about by Lev Vygotsky, and he states that we learn from others and things in our environments. Zone of proximal development is also really big in this, and it states what a learner can do with help or without help, which brings me to mediating tools. Human tools, which are people that we interact with. Material tools, which are textbooks, media, technology, things that are tangible. Psychological tools are things that we experience that help us learn. I will use these in my classroom by, well, first the human tools. I will use myself as a tool, and I will use like partner and group work. Material tools, I'll have resources available for my students to use when the time allows. Psychological tools, I will force on the language aspect of it and help build on students' vocabulary. I will also use funds of knowledge to help students use the resources that will specifically help them individually.